Hi, my name's Adam Traum, and I'm here to talk a little bit about my guitars that I use on a pretty regular basis. This is my main gigging rig, and it's a Collings CJ, and it's from about 2010, and it's a really beautiful guitar. It's got Sitka spruce top, Indian rosewood back and sides, mahogany neck, and ebony fingerboard. It's an amazingly well-built instrument by the Collings people based out of Austin, Texas, and it plays really great. One of the things that cosmetically really drew me to this instrument was the headstock. I really love the shape of that headstock, and the neck profile on it. My hands aren't all that big, so it's really nice to have a kind of very playable, narrower neck profile. And I keep it set up pretty low because I like to move around a lot and do a lot of slides, and that sort of helps me. And it's naturally a very loud guitar, which is great because I can still keep the action pretty low and get a lot of good volume out of it. And it's really great for both finger picking and flat picking. I'm not just a finger picker. I do flat picking, and I have a pretty wide array of styles that I incorporate into my playing. And it works great on a blues gig if I'm just playing, a classic kind of shuffle bass going. It's got a lot of sustain and a lot of balance and a lot of character, and it's one of the things that I really enjoy about playing this instrument. I use medium strings, and I tend to use D'Addario phosphor bronze, and I just like the tone that the thicker wires get out of the instrument. But I will occasionally use Martins or John Pierce's if that's what's available. I just find that the D'Addarios are real consistent, and they have a pretty good sound. I have a piezo pickup made by Highlander underneath the bridge, and when I'm playing plugged in, I play through a Fishman Loudbox 100, which has just been a real stalwart amp for me. And it's a really nice instrument, and I love to play it. It's got a lot of character, and it can be played really soft and gently if I wanted to do something very delicate where I was gives me a really nice soft balance, but when I'm playing it loudly, it doesn't compress at all, which is really nice too. I can really push that volume up. Really handles those single lines really nicely, and I had a bunch of guitars when I was buying instruments out, and it was just a whole array of these stunning instruments that anybody on the planet would be happy to own, and I kept coming back to this one because it did everything I needed it to do. Well, I have my flat pick now, and I just wanted you to hear sort of how this instrument responded with a flat pick and more of a bluegrass setting. As I said, I kind of cover a lot of styles, partly because of my musical ADD, but if it'll handle a great bluegrass lick if I'm playing in a band like in a bluegrass band sort of setting. Big kind of banjo killing sound. It'll also handle I'm a songwriter, and it'll handle some more delicate kind of flat picking as well. That's a little excerpt of one of the songs that I wrote, and it just really has a great balance and a great feel. And you hear all the notes ringing, and it's very clear and clean sounding, which is one of the things I love about this instrument. Another one of my main gigging guitars is this National. I believe it's a 35 Triolean, and it originally came with a Bakelite neck, And I ended up building this neck with a really great builder from the Savannah, Georgia area when I was living down there, a guy named Randy Wood. And we basically did an exact replica of the Bakelite neck, including the serial number stamped in the headstock. I did all the sweat equity on it. I sanded it all down and did a lot of the fret work, and so Randy really gave me a great education in that. I used this old ratchet. It's a pretty heavy slide, and it's just a metal ratchet, and it just gets a great tone, and it doesn't break, which is the main reason I started using it. So the combination of the tone and the fact that I can't break it, even me. And I find that this guitar really likes this slide. The neck on this instrument is pretty interesting. I built it with the help of a great builder in Savannah, Georgia named Randy Wood. And it's a mahogany neck and a rosewood fingerboard. The fretboard here is it's actually off of a 1962 Dobro, and then the sticker up here is from a 1958 National. We basically rated all of the parts, and Randy dug through his pile of stickers to find an appropriate National sticker. Everything on this neck is built to the specifications of the original Bakelite neck, except for that it's wood. And then I have a biscuit pickup in here, which is the only alteration I've made to the body, and it's a Highlander biscuit pickup. And I actually put in a screw here, right, in one of the F-holes, because I didn't want to start carving up the body. It seemed like a shame. And this guitar just has great mojo. And you know, if I'm playing a Mississippi Fred McDowell or Robert Johnson on it, it's great. Like something like. It's a great sounding instrument, and I feel lucky to have it every time I pick it up. It's been with me for a lot of years now, and that's my 1935 National Triolean. Well, I've got my Collings here again, and I'm going to play a tune that I wrote called "Going to the River," and it's basically about a heat wave and going to the river and getting a little bit of relief. And this is actually one of the tunes that I picked out on this guitar when I was looking at possibly buying it, because it was, it really incorporates my style nicely with a lot of the finger picking work I do. So this is "Going to the River." It's 100 in the shade, everything's moving slow. Cooler's packed and the dogs are ready to go. Going to the river, baby, do you wanna go? Got a hound on my left and a black one on my right. Let 'em loose and I'm running close behind. So that's my Collings CJ. It records great. It works great live, and it's really become my main gigging instrument, and it's I just feel real lucky to be playing such a fine instrument. I hope you've enjoyed checking out my guitars. I've enjoyed showing them to you. And for acoustic guitar, I'm Adam Traum. You can check me out at adamtraumguitar.com. Hope to see you around.